pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot in the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Gone. Sponge. No. Fair.
Check 31. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Mike,
here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. Go.
From the gun, Meredith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Meredith. Nowhere to to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end. 3 down.
Off play action. Mills. And this one complete to Smith. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jump. Roll out. Ready?
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we can turn it all loose.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Meredith. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 34.
Check four.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Vikings' 28-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read.
53, Mike, 53.
Coming in.
Second and 4. The screen pass here to Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf.
Mike, you don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't
Hit it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike, go. Right there in the middle.
Second and 5. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Second and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, alert 3. Check 15, check 15.
Back to throw. Mills. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. On first down, Mills. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check hot, check three. Go. Check 25. Step.
They run. Cook. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Cook. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Good job, D. That's right. Ready up. 50, Ready. Man left. Hey,
Looking to throw. Mills. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Below Nichols in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attempt going. Do they stick with that? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
60 Pittsburgh. All day, dog. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Meredith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Here we go. 60 or. Come on, baby. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Meredith, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Number 53. Mike 53.
X3. 2-8, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Meredith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Watch the screen.
Snap.
From the gun, Meredith. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the 15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 1. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Mills. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 3. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mills. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mills, complete. Smith has it. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Ready?
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the
Off the play fake. Mills. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Mills. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Mills. He's got Smith here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
The Vikings first down.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mills. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Robinson's got it. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, set.
55. Check, 55. Mike.
Check. Deep rip.
On first down, Meredith. It's complete to Robinson. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meredith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Mills. It's caught. Smith. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Mills lets it fly for Thielen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, while understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this throw caught left side. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the gun, Meredith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty.
Keep it up, guys. Greystone, travel. Hey, foxtrot. Be careful.
Back to throw. Mills. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Back. Watch twins.
On first down, it's Cook. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Switch. Check. Lucky. Go.
They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
From the gun on third down, Mills. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. They'll look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Meredith. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's going to have the hook up to he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. Fresno. Deuce.
Now Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike 50. Hey, Wahoo! Check 26. Leo!
Looking to throw. Mills. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Ready, set.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Mills. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Mills. Complete to Washington. Gets through, and now an opening. A big gain there, and that should certainly... be enough to put this one in the win column.
At the 4-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
I'm coming after you.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Vikings, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers,